See the 17th question.
Okay.
Rising accidents involving merchant ships leading to oil spills in Indian waters is a growing concern that needs to be addressed. Discuss the impact of oil spills. So basically, you have to give the impact of oil spills, reasons for oil spills, and then solutions for tackling that problem, and then give a way forward. Okay, so give a proper framework. Yeah, what is the framework for 17th question? Okay, so basically, what are oil spills? What are oil spills? Yes, what are oil spills? Oil spill refers to an event where a merchant ship, okay, merchant ship or any object, as a matter of fact, is going to release uncontrolled way. The oil is being released into water. Okay, here when merchant ships undergo an accident or they collide with each other, and when one of the ship is carrying significant amounts of crude oil, that situation is called an oil spill into the waters. So you can give an example, recent example. Even before that, there was a collision, and then recently in the Indian Ocean near Sri Lanka, there was a oil spill, very bad oil spill. So you can introduce with that example, and then first you can start with the impact of oil spill. The core demand of the question is the impact of the oil spill. What are the impacts of the oil spill? The first thing is, we know that oil forms a kind of layer on the water surface, which will make the aquatic animals to have a situation where they cannot take oxygen from the outside. So that layer will block the oxygen. So it will impact the plankton and the animals or the aquatic life of the ocean. So that is the first thing. Second thing, if there is an oil spill, the local population is severely disturbed because this oil tends to come to the shore and damage the coastal areas. And second thing, what oil spill does is, it has long lasting impact on the quality of water, because oil doesn't dissolve into water. We all know that. So oil stays on the periphery of the water. So that oil spill stays for a very long time inside the water. So as a result, what happens is, the water quality becomes contaminated and the water as such becomes toxic. Okay. And then the plankton in the coastal lines, like the coconut trees or the mangroves, all these trees are impacted by oil spills because they take this water and they also get disturbed. And the hydrological cycle, because we all know the water is evaporated, then converted into the clouds, and then it comes comes down as a precipitation. But when there is oil spill, the hydrological cycle is also impacted. The hydrological cycle is also impacted. And also, an oil spill impacts the marine traffic. The oil spill impacts the marine traffic. Okay. So all these are impacts of the oil spill. Then what are the solutions? Solutions for countering this oil spills. We all know there is a method of using a bacteria called oil zapper. So this technique of using bacteria to reduce oil spill, yes, you can write impacts coral reefs also. Good point. Oil spill impacts coral reefs. Good. So the solutions are the oil zapper, the bacteria which takes oil and releases water. So this technique is called bioremediation. Bioremediation, you can use example, the oil zapper bacteria. Okay. And then you can use devices called skimmers. You can use devices like skimmers, which segregate the oil and water. And you can make the water treated with chemicals and remove the oil content from the water. And you can have separation. You can separate that oil film by having proper physical barriers before it passes on, because the oil doesn't dissolve into water. It moves on the periphery of the water. You can physically barricade and try to stop some damage to a certain extent. Having said that, oil spills are extremely dangerous in the context of marine life and also marine security. Hence, we need to have proper traffic control and the collision of anti-collision devices for all the merchant ships, and the prevention of the collision of these ships should be ensured, and the international shipping standards should be addressed by all the merchant navy ships so that these kind of disasters will not happen. Clear? First question. So preventive approaches are following the protocols. How will you prevent collision of ships, Sumant? So this is a man-made disaster, right? This is a natural, not a natural disaster. Preventive measures is having proper protocols and maintaining proper trade routes or the shipping protocol should be in place. That is the only preventive measure. You cannot say you don't carry oil in the seaways. That is not a preventive solution, right? Clear? Yes, Sumant, but then it's as good as a disaster. How do you prevent an aircraft crash? How do you prevent a train from derailing? Similarly, you have to write, see, preventable is only when you follow certain protocols. Okay, that is the only solution. And that's why I said we should have anti-collision mechanisms in the ships, so that when the ships approach each other closely, immediately their routes are diverted. Whose paper I have not done? Santa Prasad. Seems like a new name. Good. That's a good introduction. you can cut short this. You can, if you have written the reason behind the water oil spills, but then this can be slightly trimmed, Prasad, if you are in the class. Okay. Because this is the core demand of the question. And the core demand of the question is not even causes, it's the impact. This should be coming first, Prasad. So examiner will not be interested in reading all this. He'll straight away look for this particular part. After writing this, if you want, write 1 or 2 points for the causes. First, you should come to the impact of the oil spills. It's not only impact on the marine environment, it's on the surroundings also. Okay, good. The points are good. Okay, you have tried to give economic impact also. Yes, solutions are good. Sorbents, bioremediation, oil zapper, skimmers, good. So this is the standard. Everyone has to write in this template only. Okay. Yes, use of nanotechnology. See, you have to try to, in the conclusion, try to give a picture of what are the preventive mechanisms, because we are addressing the issue, what after oil spilling, but what to do from containing oil to spill is a much bigger issue. So in your conclusion, it can be a very proactive way of writing that we need to use anti-collision device, so on and so forth. Okay. Good.